Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to do a quick video talking about the Get Good Screw son of a glitch bit driver. So this was sent to me by Get Good Screw. Thank you to them. Their team is awesome, and I had been talking to them about trying to get a we call it a medium size bit driver because they have various different sizes. I don't have any here. I have one, but it's in the other room. I gave one I had away. I passed one around. I think I sold one I had. But the one I currently own, other than this, is a small in the Poseidon's Kiss pattern, which is very, very cool. And that one is, on the smaller side. Think like a little bit bigger than a stubby Weehaw, right? Then they have a large, which is very large. It's like, if this is the end of the bit driver, it'd probably be like up here. It's very large. It has sort of a end piece like this that narrows down and then comes out. It's very nice if you have huge hands or something. It'd be great. So the large is kind of large and the small is kind of small, right? It's good for certain situations, but it's not one I want to use all the time. So then they came out with one that came with like a holder and everything. And that one was like a medium size. And it was closer to the large than it was to the small. It was kind of like they took the large and just shortened this little thinned out area a little bit. And when I got that one, I was telling the guy I talked to over there that it'd be cool if they made like a middle one between the small and the medium. And so he said they were working on it, and he said this was the closest they got to a schmedium, and he sent me this. So this is the titanium Get Good Screw bit driver, and it's called the Son of a Glitch because it's kind of got this sort of glitch pixel pattern on it, which is very cool in my opinion. And the size is phenomenal. So one of my favorite bit drivers of all time, probably my favorite up to this point, is the Audacious Concepts V1 knife tool from Anso. I believe Anso designed this. It's not actually made in Finland or wherever. It says Audacious Concept Finland, but from what I understand, it's made overseas. Over other seas in China. But I could be wrong about that. So here's a size comparison for you. So the Audacious Concept is actually a little bit longer, but they're very close in size. And I do really like this one, but I also bought the small version of this. I think it's the 5.0. And I bought that because this can be a little long for some things. So this being a little bit shorter than this one actually is a really good thing. Now, I get more grip on this one because this is like frag patterned. It's basically jimping, and it's very aggressive. So you get really good torque and grip on this, even though it's not a fatty, which is nice. I really like that about it. This one, you don't get as much grip on because you can see they're spaced out. It's like more polished. But you can get enough grip to do normal maintenance, and you really shouldn't be using something like this to get major torque. Then you want to grab a Weehaw stubby or use some heat or something. But if I grab a bit here, you can see they have a nice cutout for the magnet in there. And I apologize for the lighting. I've talked about this before. I'm moving and there's just a lot going on, so I don't have my lights all set up. So I'm using daylight and my one light in here, and it's raining out today, so it's what we got, sorry. But you'll see it pops in there nice. It's in there sturdy. It's not coming out or anything like that. There's a little bit of wiggle, but every bit driver is going to do that. I mean, I hope I don't prove myself wrong, but yeah, every bit driver is going to have a little bit of that wiggle. I mean, unless it's like, the skiff finger bit where it's literally buried in there. And even then, I can move it a little bit. So that's normal. But it sits nice and deep, which is what I like because I want to be up here gripping around the head or the head of the tool. I don't want to be gripping like here. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that being nice and deep. It's cut really nicely. No issues in and out. So I like how it's set up. I like that they shorten this piece right here because I can come up here and kind of just pinch the frag pattern, but lock in on this part. And it really allows me to have good precision grip on it. You have the nice little Get Good Screw gem right here. And then let's see, anything else on here? Markings? I don't think so. The cool thing that I noticed on this one is the cap. So they actually changed the cap a little bit. As far as I remember, they didn't have this handle in here. It's basically a handle, so you can hold it and unscrew it. So this is how you swap the bearing if you want to. So you hold that, you remove it. This drops down. Oops, it just kind of popped on a weird way. Drops down. And then you take a flathead and you unscrew this screw. And then the bearing will just come off and you can put a new one on, tighten that screw back down, and you're good to go. Now, it comes with a shielded steel bearing, and mine came, I don't know if they all do, but mine came with this white bearing as well, white ceramic. And I put that in because, and let me show you, so then you tighten that flathead down, and then you want to start tightening this on again. And you just need to be careful you thread it right. You can see it's threading that cap on. And then I just hold and give it a good snug. And the reason I swapped it, I actually like the spin length and everything of the standard shielded bearing. But this one, when I got it in particular, had a little bit of movement here. So when I would do this, it would make these clicky, tinny, rattly sounds. It wasn't actually a functional issue or anything. It was just when I did that. But I'm OCD, so that bothered me a little bit. So I put the ceramic one in, and it went away. So I'm sticking with it. But the ceramic one doesn't spin as long. So the shielded bearings will spin for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes sometimes, I find. The ceramic one, not as long, maybe 30 seconds to a minute. We can let it run here a little bit. But I love that new cap design. The way they had it originally was the top portion of it would kind of cup over the rest of the, I don't know what you would call that piece that slides up and down, but you know what I'm talking about. And then it would screw on like this, and you'd have to grip it around the outside or grip it somehow and then twist that off. Having that little handle in there to pinch, and it just makes it way easier to handle. So you can see it's still going quite fast actually right now. I'm going to give it another few seconds here. It's my guess is that was somewhere around 45 seconds. Still going. I mean, it's plenty long if you think about it. Like this driver here, just stop. I mean, it's very short spin times, which doesn't matter because you're just doing this, right? There you go, it stopped. So, you know, it has great spin times. You can play with it like this. It's not going to spin as long when you spin the bottom, but I mean, it's fun to do that. So it's nice when you're unscrewing something and you can kind of just let it rip, or screwing it and it'll tighten in real fast. It's kind of fun. Just make sure you're careful about it. But yeah, there's that cap. It's just a cool driver. I mean, I love Get Good Screw as a company. They do cool stuff. They're funny. If you check out the packaging, you know, they have a certificate of legitness, and you know, it's all about getting screwed, and yeah, they're just funny. They don't take themselves too seriously, and I love that. So I do have a discount code over at Get Good Screw. I don't have an affiliate link or anything. It's just a code, but they do hook me up occasionally, like with this. And, you know, I've passed around their knife design, the Neutron Star, I believe it's called. So, but you can use Lefty10 at the Get Good Screw website. I will link it down below if you guys are interested. I don't know if these are released or releasing. I know their stuff sells fast, so if you're interested, I would follow them on Instagram at Get Good Screw. I'll link that as well. And then, you know, you can find out when the drops are and things like that. But you'll probably see this in some disassemblies coming up and in the future, because I do really like it. And I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.